Hello, friends. My name's Michelle, and I call myself the Beauty Treasure Hunter. And in today's episode, I have quite a few treasures for you. I'm going to take a look at this Nine West eyeshadow palette. I've got the Jones Road What the Foundation, some new blush by Milani in a color that is new this time, and some more liquid blush by Nude by Nature, as well as another Nude by Nature liquid. So if you want to see how I got this look, then hang with me. Okay, I've got my eyebrows with some dye on them. In the meantime, I'm going to put on some sunscreen. This one was recommended by Dr. Dre, and it says it's, for the body, but she says you can use it on your face. And the thing about it is, it's a 12-ounce bottle, and it was $30 on Amazon. It's a chemical sunscreen, so I love those on my face, and I wanted some for my body also. But she said you can use this on your face, so we're going to try it out on the face today. If I like it, it's going to be the most economical way to go, because my little bottles are always around 1.7 ounces, which equals out to about 7 of those. So even if I find them on sale for $5, this is still cheaper in the long run. So here we go. Here's what it looks like. Very light, almost down to a watery consistency. Almost, but not quite. And I'll have to get in closer to my eyebrows later. Going to continue on with the sunscreen stick as an under eye primer trick. This one's by Avib, and it's on Amazon. I got mine though off of Marshall's clearance one last year. And I keep a sunscreen stick in like the dash pocket of my vehicle because you just never know when you might need it. So I'll let that be marinating. And I can't remember who recommended this, but it's by Sormay. Got it off Amazon. It's an undershadow primer. Very silky. Reminds me of the balm foundations that I used a few videos ago. It's very silky and provides really good coverage if you have discoloration on your eyelids. All right, I think the brows have had enough. And if I wipe them off and I still see some gray, I'll just put it back on. Pretty good, I think. This side had more though, so I believe I got them covered. Gonna go in with a little bit more sunscreen around my brows now. A little bit on my neck. That feels nice. It's not sticky or greasy. I like it. Maybe a light scent, not very detectable. Next, I wanted to show you a palette. It's 24 pans by Nine West, which I know, designs clothing and purses and shoes, but sometimes you'll see designer labels like that put their name on some makeup too. Anne Klein does. But you might be wondering, is something like this worth it? This was only $6.99 at Ross. And I've been using it for the past 3 or 4 days, and I like it. So I'm going to take a fluffy number 26 and go in with this matte over here. It's kind of a peachy matte called Sunrise, just to kind of set down my eyelid primer. Better get that dye off of there because it does dye your skin, but I use the Mina stain remover. Got that off of Amazon too. I just use that and a Q-tip to kind of go around each brow, clean it up. Okay, now I'll go in with another fluffy brush, but it's a little bit more pointed, the 27, and I think I'll lean more warm and go in with this matte right here called Rosebud. I like to do circles and windshield wipers. I'm trying to remember to go up higher on my brow bone. This is my droopy eye. These are very smooth. Just what I like out of a matte shadow. Sometimes the more pigmented shadows can be patchy and not blend as smoothly. And then on the other side of the spectrum, you've got the ones that have no pigment at all. You keep building and nothing happens, and that's disappointing too. All right, I'm gonna try this matte right here. It's called Brick, and I keep moving more pointy even. This one's number 19. I have on a fresh set of my God Venus Lash Sectionals C Curl Short and the Kiss Super Stick 5-Day Glue. Okay, I'm going to take this flat number 45, looks like this, and I'm going to go in with Toffee. I think I'm going to start and put it underneath the lower lash line. Kind of flick up a little bit. I think I'll put that dark brown. I didn't give you the color of that, I don't think. Yes, I did, Toffee. I'm going to do that up here as well. Now, so far I've used only mattes. So I'm going to use this, number 13. It's kind of flat, but a little fluffy. I think I'm going to go in with this one called Citrus. Or am I going to change my mind? I like this one too. It's called Wine Down. I think I'm going to go with Wine Down. Just putting it lightly over the mobile lid. And it's just barely a shimmer. And now I'm going to show you something that I got at the Dollar Tree. And I've shown you these before, but I found another color. This is by Ioni, and it's nail powder, metallic nail powder, but I looked it up. You can use it on your eyelids. Just don't haphazardly use it and, don't want to get it in your eye. But you don't want to get eyeshadow in your eye either. I like that look. I wonder if I should take the leftovers across the top. Usually I do, so let's see if padding gives me sparkle. It does. And this was $1.25. And I would compare it to, I have one from Hourglass. This is the Scattered Light glitter eyeshadow in the color Reflect. Let me show you what it looks like. Now, I got mine at the salvage store. Brand new for $1.99. Okay, it does have a fancier container. And I mean, they are loose, but this is packed. Okay, but very similar. I mean, to me, that blended in very well. So just know if you see metallic nail powder, it's okay to use it as a sparkly eyeshadow. Okay, now I'm going to clean up my edges. I have to remind myself to stay relaxed because I find myself doing this and then I wipe and then all that comes back down. Okay. I've told you before about Billion Dollar Beauty's eyeshadow sticks. I already knew I liked the ones that are in the black tubes, and they make some that are matte. But these looked different, so I thought I'm going to give those a whirl too. And it came in the 3-pack for $7.99. I think I saw them somewhere. It was Ipsy, I think, that had a pack on sale, and they were $6 for all 3 of them. And let's see, the one I'm going to use is just bronze. Gonna kind of use it in the waterline. I think I'll do my upper waterline too. I think doing the waterline with a big fat pencil like this, it's much more comfortable. And if you poke yourself, it's no big deal. It's nice and soft. I'm going to put a little bit on top. Okay, I like that. I have one. It's just called Metallic, but it's really kind of a rosy copper. I think I'll try that underneath a little bit too, because it kind of matches what I have on top. I finally got a full-size Exagger-eyes when it was Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty. It was half off. And this morning I did, when I took off my old lash sectionals, I did try it on my upper lashes, but I didn't like it as well. It is volumizing, so that's what it does. It thickens, and generally for my upper lashes, when I just wear mascara, I like them to be long and wispy. But on my lower lashes, I like to go in, have them coated, and be done with it. And so this is my favorite for lower lashes. And it does work as well as the trial size did for the mini. See, I didn't even have to try. I love that. So it's funny how you can have a favorite mascara for your top and a favorite different one for your bottom lashes. All right, along with this Sourmé lid primer, I noticed that Sourmé also had a concealer and it was on sale. It may still be on sale on the Amazon Big Spring sale. This color was only $3 and it's in Fair, and I've used it and I like it. It is thick and creamy. So if you like thick and creamy, you'll like it. If you don't, you won't. But for $3, I thought, hey, I'll try this too. Pass that along to you all. This is the Sephora 71. It looks like a little bit goes a long way. So I'm going to take it some other places where I can see like little veins. Flushing tends to make that happen. By the way, I had a complete hysterectomy. I was almost through anyway. But of course that put me straight into no estrogen, and the hot flashes were brutal. Sometimes it would make me nauseous, and so I gave up. At first I thought I believed in that study that linked hormone replacement therapy to breast cancer, and I have my grandmother on my mom's side who did have that. So, but I got the gene testing and I do not have that BRCA1 and 2 mutation. So I am taking just a 0.5 milligram of estradiol, and as soon as I started doing it, I turned back into myself. It's great. And I would highly recommend it if you are not a high risk person. All right, that fair shade sure is brightening. I'm excited because I've always wanted to try the Jones Road with the foundation. I decided to look and see if any were on eBay, and I looked up the colors, and I decided that fair is what best fit my needs, and this is what fair actually looks like. To me, it was darker than I thought it would be, but I did pick the most neutral pinky color that I thought they had. So I'm just going to kind of use what I have on my lid here. But nice color match, huh? And I am going to do a little bit of my Physicians Formula liquid bronzer on top. So far, this is feeling very nice. If you have oily skin, I would not recommend it. But if you're combo or dry, I think you like it. If you like skin tints, that's what this reminds me of. And still barely see remnants of my bruise. I bruised horribly after I got my temporary crown on a jaw tooth. So when I go back to get the permanent one, I don't think I'm going to let him give me any shots. So that feels nice and glowy. My test pigmentation back here, though, you can see does not give a lot of coverage, so you can just use concealer where you need extra coverage, but blends nicely into the pores, you can imagine. So I'm liking this. I feel nice and soft and plump. All right, I'm going to try something and I'm not sure if it'll work. I saw Geek Out of Water makeup girl, her name is Shelly. She used this contour palette. It's from NYX. It's the Wednesday Addams. If you like that series, you know how she sits out on the balcony and plays her cello. Anyway, Shelly uses this just as kind of a neutral eyeshadow palette. I don't think they're as smooth as I would like, so I'm going to try this as a contour, which is what it was meant for. So I'm going to use this shade right here to start off with, and I have a smaller, it's kind of angled fluffy brush, and I do have one in my set, however I use it for blush. So normally I use a stick for this job. Okay, I'm going to try one step up, the darker of the browns. Woo! That's what I was afraid of. Just keep swimming, blending.
Just keep swimming, swimming, swimming.
Gonna go back to the lighter brown. I like powder contour on top of a really balmy base. It's kind of helping to set it down. Still a little bit too much over here, but it does blend out with the fingertips too. And this darkest shade kind of has a little bit of kind of reddish brown in it. So that might work well for contour if you're super duper tanned. I tried another Nude by Nature type of blush, the liquid blush, and this one is in the shade Warm Rose. So I'm going to put it on the back of my hand. And I love this. I have worn it before and it did sheer out pretty well. So I'm going to use a number 47, which is kind of thin and flat, but a kitten paw. And I keep one of these, especially for cream or liquid blushes. And I've explained before that I've been doing my blush like this since forever. And so I was happy when I realized that it was a thing. But when it's not a thing anymore, I'll still be doing it. Okay, that got me glossed up again. Or dewy again. But I love that color. One of the new colors of the Milani Baked Blushes is Sparkling Rosé. I've been wanting to try this. Here's what it looks like. Love that. Just a hint of sheen. So I'm going to use my angled number 93 and set this down a bit. And if you do this and you think, oh my gosh, this is blush blindness, when you are doing your setting your makeup down, doing your powder at the very end, you can tone things down then. And I found this by, I think it's by OzLab, which they also make those little round pudding pot blushes, and I usually collect those at Marshall's, and that's where I found this. It's called the Perfect Sculpt, and you do get a cream and you do get a powder bronzer. I'm just going to stick with the powder Now I'm going to use a number 79 to dip into that because it's kind of a smaller pan. And I could have played around with that cream. Can always do it again sometime. I also found this cream highlighter palette at Marshall's. It's distributed by Enchanté Accessories out of New York. So these are creams. You get kind of a champagne, a bronze, a darker champagne, and a rose gold. So I think I'll go with this more gold champagne. Now it's already dewy, but this kind of adds a glow. And here lately, I've been thinking that I should probably stay away from this area because I do have crepiness. And if I can keep my eyelids more moisturized, that helps keep them more plump. Okay, I'm going to use my NYX Powder Louder. Today I grabbed Ash Brown. It's on sale at Ulta and Amazon for $4 right now. I do not have a tail of my brow over here. I need to slap some minoxidil on there. Dr. Sam Ellis says to do that though during the day, not to do it at night and then wallow all over your pillow and get it all over your face. Then you would have hair growing in places that you didn't want it. So I need to start doing that as a part of my makeup routine. At the very beginning, just brushing some through. Because I've done it before and I did notice the difference, but then I quit. All right, I'm going to use my favorite Ardell brow glue today. And I try to just go very lightly because the sticky level on this is about the stickiest. It and the NYX brow glue, this one, Crazy Lift. Yeah, they're right up there together in the stickiness category. There. So I drew a little bit of a tail, and I don't think it looks fake. It's soft. All right, now I did set this down with some of the highlighter that's in the Wednesday Addams palette, but I am gonna go in with some H2O Lock powder. I like the number 99 for that. It's fluffy, but has kind of an angle to it. All right, now let's see if we can set down some of this balminess. Gonna go in with my beloved Carsland powder. It's called the Black Magnet Soft Focus Powder. And if I need a little bit of coverage, I do a brush. If I need a lot, I use the puff that came with it. See how that just, it takes down the intensity of the blush. Kind of skip the end of my nose and the bridge there. Okay, I have been enjoying this Vital Beauty. It's a mattifying setting spray that I got at Marshall's. It has a lovely light scent and it really does help my makeup last. I love that. I'm a sucker for a good light scent. To me, a good light scent is better than when it's unscented, but you still smell whatever's in it and it's funky. Yeah. Oh, I've not done my lips. And I got another of the Nude by Nature, and it's in Soft Rosette. The other one I have is the Warm Toffee. And I should have already put on a lip liner, but I didn't. I'm going to grab this one, this Marie Claire, because I love the color of this. It doesn't say what it is. It came in a kit. It had a lip crayon, a lip oil, and this. Isn't that a great color? And this feels absolutely divine. Highly recommend these. So this is my final look for the day. It feels I feel very moisturized and feel like my wrinkles are plumped out a little bit maybe. Very comfortable. So I'm excited about the Jones Road with the foundation. And everything else, love the new blush. The highlighter looks nice, not too sparkly, just glowy. And I'm liking those eyeshadows. I love the Nude by Nature lippies. There's two different kinds, and I have the one that has the most color. I'll have to put the actual name of it. It's like lip lacquer serum something, but this is soft rosette. Thank you for spending some time with me today. If you haven't liked and subscribed, please do that. I'm trying to grow my channel. I'm really enjoying doing this. It's very stress relieving for me. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you're doing well. And I hope spending this time with me took your cares away for just a little while. And I hope you see me next time.